Hey fools, it's John Rosevear, and today we're going to talk about Toyota and a question that I've been kicking around with some of the other fool analysts lately, which is Toyota giving up on the idea of the full-size pickup market, or at least of making a dent in it in the US? I mean, it's unlike Toyota to give up on any market, but lately there are some signs they're at least thinking about throwing in the towel in terms of the full-size pickup business, and that would be significant because this is a massively profitable market for other automakers. Toyota and Nissan and others have tried to crack it, but the truth is the people who own this market, that's Ford and GM and Chrysler. Last year, the Detroit 3 automakers had over 90% of the US market for full-size pickups. And because pickups are high-profit products, as we said, that sell in huge numbers, at least if you're Ford or GM, they're a massive source of profits for all three of the Detroit automakers. They drive much of their net income here in North America, and with Ford and GM focusing on expansion in Asia and turning around Europe, that means it's driving a lot of the profits overall for these companies, particularly Ford and GM. And so with Toyota's occasional efforts to try and position itself as an almost American automaker, I mean, they have factories here, they talk about how American the Camry is, they race in NASCAR and all that. You'd think they'd want to make a bigger effort to get a piece of that very lucrative pickup market. And in fact, they did make a big effort. The first generation Tundra was their first stab at a full-size pickup, but it wasn't a huge success. But they went all out with the new version of the Tundra that appeared in 2007. They made it big, it's brawny looking, you can see, you know, if you squint, you can see images of the Dodge Ram in it and so forth, and they built a factory in, of all places, Texas to make it. And reviewers gave it good mark, and it looked like a pretty legit contender for the Ford F-150 and the Chevy Silverado and the other Detroit trucks, but it never quite got market traction. I mean, think about it. We're in the middle of a full-size pickup truck boom right now. New home construction is up, oil field services are up. These both drive big pickup sales by contractors and so forth. Pickup sales have boomed. Ford sold over 60,000 F-Series last month. Ford's pickup sales are up 22% this year. How many Tundras did Toyota sell? Less than 10,000. It seems like a fine truck, but pickup buyers are very brand loyal, and even the ones that are willing to cross-shop between brands are strongly inclined to buy American for the most part. We're America, we make pickups. So here's why I think Toyota is backing away from this market for some extent. First of all, Toyota had this big joint effort going with Ford to develop a hybrid pickup drivetrain that they started a couple years ago with a bunch of fanfare, but they recently announced that they were dissolving the joint arrangement. Ford and Toyota announced this together. Ford says, we're fine, we'll finish on our own, we'll have hybrid pickups in a few years, but Toyota hasn't said much, so I'm wondering if they've decided that it wasn't really worth the investment, and if that's what's behind breaking up that arrangement. Second, there is a new Tundra for 2014, but it isn't really new. And you know, this is a 7-year-old truck at this point. It's just refreshed. It's got a new grille, it's got a nicer interior, but it's really the same truck underneath, you know? And it's clear that Toyota didn't think the Tundra was worth a big investment. And I've seen a couple of reviews say that it now feels really dated. I haven't driven one myself, but I'm hearing reviewers say that it now feels really dated compared, you know, to the new GM trucks and the F-Series, which is updated all the time, and the Ram, which got a big overhaul last year. So I think Toyota will sell it for as long as they can. But I think they're not going to put any more money in it, at least not any more big money into winning this market. So interesting change for those of you who watch pickups. Thanks for listening, and fool on.